Hello there, I am Salva. Welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. Today I have a very special book tag for you guys, and it is called the Gossip Girl book tag. This is very important because this is the first book tag I've created. Created it along with Kevin from Tomebound, Miel from Bookish and Awesome, and JM from Book Freak Revelations. Yes, that's right, I was the only girl involved in the Gossip Girl creation. Guys, come on, we can't let the guys beat us. The other week I was watching Gossip Girl because I've been rewatching it, and then I tweeted something, and then JM tweeted back, and we're like, Blair Waldorf is our spirit animal. Do we have a tag for this? We should do a tag on Gossip Girl. There isn't a tag. Do you want to create one? And then before you know it, Kevin pops in on the Twitter conversation, and then Miel, we're making it. Woo, we made it. Looks like we made it. I tried to dress up as Blair for today. As you can see, I grew out of my headband face back when I was in high school, and so I don't know where all my old headbands are. But I decided to replace it with something some of you may already be familiar with, for those of you who have watched my previous videos. Yes, that's right, the tiara is making a comeback for Blair. I'm doing it for Blair. So the Gossip Girl book tag we decided upon was going to be based on the TV show, so spoilers will be all over this book tag, not only for the books we've chosen, but for the TV show itself. First character on this book tag is Serena van der Woodsen, and you are going to choose an It book of YA fiction. And I chose the Throne of Glass series because everybody has been raving about this recently. It's been all over Twitter. Almost everyone I know has either read it, reading it, or is about to read it. So, and look, the heroine is also blonde and tall and sexy like Serena. Oh. Blair Waldorf, a book or character that you love to hate. My choice is kind of classic, and it is Malfoy from the Harry Potter series. Malfoy, he's such a dirtbag that I actually got excited every time he had a confrontation with Harry, Ron, and Hermione, because I was like, what douchebaggy things are gonna come out of his mouth now? Like, they're so cruel and evil that you're like, what more could you say? And then I was just very excited for confrontation in those books. And he is a jerk. He is a class A jerk. But he's cute. So third tag is Chuck Bass. And Chuck Bass. You're supposed to choose a book that has been a roller coaster ride. And of course my answer is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Your heart breaks and then mends and then breaks and then mends and then breaks, and at the end of the day you're just like, I need a moment to collect myself and return to reality because I'm tired. Like, I finished the book physically tired. Like, whew, that was a doozy. But yes, and for those of you who don't know, this book is going to come out in September 2015, I think September 29. So when it comes out, don't forget to grab your own copy and ride the roller coaster that is Leigh Bardugo's writing. The fourth tag is Nate Archibald, and just choose eye candy. Nate Archibald equals eye candy. So I chose none other than the Lux books. Let's see if I can get these all up. The Lux books, because look, they've each got a pretty gown. Lux 1, Lux 2, and then the third and fourth. This was a cover by series. Like, I saw it in the bookstore and I was like, pretty gowns, I wanna buy that. The next one is Dan Humphrey, and you are supposed to choose a book that you just think deserves more love. What could my choice be? Yeah, that's right, Tamora Pierce. Of course it's Tamora Pierce. Any book, just pick up a Tamora Pierce book. Any book, just any book will do. Just pick it up and read it. Pick it up and read it. Next character is Jenny Humphrey, and it is a character that has gone through the most drastic change. And I chose Lavanna Fairest because at the beginning she was this meek, shy, second in line to the throne princess, and by the end she was killing her true love for power. I mean, that's crazy. Next character is Vanessa Abrams, and we choose a book that doesn't have a lasting impression, and I'm gonna be honest and say Vanessa was never my favorite character. I don't think she's anyone's favorite character. But I chose Everneath by Brody Ashton. A lot of people I see read these, they have them on their bookshelves, they like it. I mean, I don't remember anything. I don't even know what happened in this book. I just don't. I've just realized that my hair looks extra bad, especially with the tiara on today. Maybe I don't have a perfect shaped head for a tiara. Oh, wow. Next up, Rufus and Lily, and it is an OTP that could have been. This was one of the questions that I created personally. Yeah. And I chose Rosto and Becca. Tamora Pierce's Terrier series. Let me tell you something. This is the only time I've ever faulted Tammy for anything. Like, her choice, I was like, no, bad choice. For the first 2 books, she introduces this character, Rosto the Piper, who is badass, and he's like seductive and sexy, and you obviously think he's gonna end up with Becca, and I had this theory that he was gonna be Becca's final true love because he doesn't have a last name. He just goes by Rosto. Becca's last name is Cooper. They eventually have a descendant named George Cooper. Why would George have the last name Cooper if the dad had a different last name? My theory was the dad didn't have a last name. Do you know who doesn't have a last name? Rosto. So I was fully convinced that they were gonna end up together. And then in the second book, there's this love interest that fizzled out, and then I was just, you know, it's him. It's OTP, it's canon. The third and final book of the series, she introduces this character, and he's okay. He's like, I would have friend-zoned him right from the start, and then they end up together. I was very mad because what happened to Rosto, and I was just so mad, and I didn't like him at all, and he has a last name. Team Rosto forever. Next, we've got Georgina Sparks, and it's a villain who's killing it with villainy. I chose Grandma Foxworth from Flowers in the Attic. That girl is a cold, hard bee. Well, actually, Corinne is also. The grandma and the mom, they're both just cruel, and they're horrible, and they're not even villains that I hate to love. Like, I just hate them. They're horrible people. Like, they're the worst villains I know. They're cruel for greed alone. Like, even Voldemort came from like a really messed up childhood, and all he wanted was to be accepted in the... I'm not defending Voldemort, but I'm just saying he didn't do it for greed, he did it for power. That's not much different, is it? But yeah, these 2 stone cold hard bees are horrible. Next is Dorota, and it's your favorite sidekick, Dorota. I love Dorota. Dorota's amazing. And I chose, see this boy? You know who he is. You know that boy's name. I don't care, like, okay, some people might not say he's a sidekick, but for all it's worth, like, if there were a sidekick contest throughout the world, he would win. He's the best dang sidekick best friend in the world. So next is Ivy Dickens, or is it Lola? It's Ivy Dickens. So we had to choose a book that always reminds you, or that you always mistake for something else. I chose The Jewel by Amy Ewing. This book looks so much like the Selection series, it's insane. For reference, this is the heir, this is the jewel. Can you see them? Can you see? Even their freaking title fonts are alike. Like, did you guys do that on purpose? Is that like a wicked marketing trick? Those books are so alike, it's insane. Next is Lola Rhodes, and it's a book that you really, really wanted to like more than you did, and I would have to go with Princess of Thorns by Stacey J. I really was looking forward to this so much. It was my first Waiting on Wednesday. I loved Stacey J's Of Beast and Beauty. I thought she was gonna kick ass with her second fairy tale retelling. People who blurbed it said it was the Brothers Grimm meets Game of Thrones. I'm not saying it was a bad book, but compared to the masterpiece that was Of Beast and Beauty, this just fell way, way short. And the last character we're doing is Prince Louis, and we're supposed to pick a Prince Charming turned Class A jerk. Turned A+ jerk. And who else could it be other than the Darkling? Now I know I've said in countless other videos that I love him, and it's true, he's a jerk. But I love him. But he's still a jerk at the end of the day. And that is it for the Gossip Girl book tag. I will tag everyone who watches this. If you're watching this right now and you have a blog, go ahead and do it. Tagging vibes out in the world. That is it for today's video. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below or subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at CuckooForBooks. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe just for this once, I'm going to sign off with You Know You Love Me, XOXO, Gossip Girl.